Like the video.
This is the third track from Kendrick Lamar's Untitled Unmastered. It was recorded sometime in 2013. Let's give it a listen, see how we feel.
A peace of mind, that's what the Asian said I needed. Divine intervention was his religion, and I was surprised. Him believing in Buddha, me believing in God. Asked him, what are you doing? He said, taking my time. Meditation is a must, it don't hurt if you try. See, you thinking too much, plus you too full of yourself. Worried about your career, you ever think of your health? What did the Indian say?
Derapy. Okay, so that's not what the Indian said, but throughout this track, Kendrick references multiple minority groups that he takes a bit of advice or wisdom from. He begins with, what did the Asian say? They may recommend peace of mind, prioritizing personal and mental health. Also, the lines, you thinking too much, plus you too full of yourself, is a reminder to stay humble. Worried about your career, you ever think of your health. Longevity, of course, isn't possible without maintaining a certain level of peace.
Worried about your career, you ever think of your health? What did the Indian say? A piece of land, that's what the Indian said I needed. The man telling me longevity's in the dirt. Should buy some property first, you profit a better dollar with generational perks. Equity had its best, really you should invest. These tangible things expire, don't you expect? Income with so much outcome, and yes, look at my heritage, we blessed.
I'll tell you. Boy, if you don't get... I very much enjoyed the instrumental on this track, as well as the structure of it. Like, that instrumental is also just so upbeat, so jazzy. In our second verse, the Indian says, longevity is in the dirt, buy some property first, should profit a better dollar with generational perks. I could just do the whole verse. No line is the worst. Every single bar is hard. Take it to church. Our Asian and Indian stand-ins prioritize inner peace and a piece of property in a way that's positive and easy to understand. I particularly enjoy the flow on the second verse as well. Now let's hear...
A piece of pussy, that's what the black man said I needed to push me to the limit that satisfied my hunger. We do it all for a woman, from haircut to a war. We like to live in the jungle, like to play in the peach. What you saying to me? He said, nigga, come back to reality for a week. Pussy is power, fuck on a new bitch every night. I wouldn't be prouder, you should allow it.
Hold on now. This particular verse I've thought about quite a bit since I first heard about it, and I think it properly connects to the other verses in a way. Like, the structure of this track has been discussing what makes you successful, what you should prioritize, or what gives you power. In Kendrick's case, he could be referring to himself, Black American culture, rap culture, or history. The P word, you see, has a certain level of power behind it, drives men, has power over them, but may also give them the motivation to achieve more than they have thought they previously could. I think the greater commentary is about what our values are. In Kendrick's experience, it's possible when encountering different sets of people, he's noticed a certain pattern in terms of what's valuable to them. Black men, maybe around him or himself, put the hoo-ha on a pedestal, if you catch my drift. Shut the fuck up! I think the last line kind of confirms it. Putty is power. Flip-flop on a new bop every evening, I wouldn't be prouder. As if that's like the ultimate goal. Anyways, that's enough gibberish. What the white man say?
A piece of minds, that's what the white man wanted when I rhyme. Telling me that he's selling me just for $10.99. If I go platinum from rapping, I do the company fine. What if I compromise? He said it don't even matter. You make $1 million or more, you're living better than average. You're losing your core following, gaining it all. He put a price on my talent, I hit the bank and withdraw. Hit the bank and withdraw, hit the bank and withdraw. Put myself in the rocket ship and I shot for the stars. Look at what you accomplishing, what he said to the bar. I'ma make you some promises that you just can't ignore. Your profession anonymous as an artist. If I don't talk at your market, if you ain't signing your signature, when I throw you my wallet, a lot of rappers are giving up demo hall in the toilet. Your war tour, your master's mortgage, I need a piece.
Yeah, so that last verse there is certainly the best in my opinion. As much as I enjoy the flow of the Indian man's advice, this paints a very vivid picture of the themes from To Pimp a Butterfly. It also wraps the song and the structure of it up perfectly. We had peace like inner peace, then piece of land, then a piece of nookie. Now we have someone who wants a piece of mind, a piece of Kendrick's. That's what that white man wanted when I rhyme, telling me that he's selling me for $10.99, cost of a CD. Also, $10.99 may refer to like an independent contractor, which is kind of like the illusion that is likely sold to an artist. I'm familiar with 1099s as a former DoorDasher and a current YouTuber. You feel like you're your own boss, but someone is always getting a cut. Also, the internal rhymes and alliteration and message are all on 10 in this last verse. Kendrick asks, what if he compromises? The white man says, don't matter, make $1 million or more, you're living better than average. Despite him losing his core audience, potentially he's still gaining so much more financially. A price is put on his talent and he just hits the bank and withdraws. Honestly, my favorite bit is towards the end where he raps, your profession is anonymous as an artist. If I don't target your market, if you ain't signing your signature, when I throw you my wallet? Basically driving the point home that Kendrick's music reaches no one and has no impact if he doesn't sign a contract giving his piece away. Some of the peace of mind, a potential piece of property, and what did sound like advice suddenly sounds like sacrifice when we are getting to the end of this verse. The verse ends with your world tour, your masters, your mortgage.
I need a piece.
What you do, what you say, I shall enjoy the fruits of my labor if I can dream today. What you do, what you say, I shall enjoy the fruits of my labor if I can dream today.
This is my favorite track from the project up until this point. I just think it's perfect. The way the song just comes and goes and illustrates its point and Kendrick's perspective so effortlessly. The instrumental is fun. Not a single bar feels wasted. It describes his experience with multiple different cultures without being really offensive, in my opinion. You could argue that Kendrick is talking about what the white man says, like in a kind of hostile way, but it seems like he's just outlining the dynamic between him and the label that he was with at the time. I'm feeling a strong 9 to a light 10 on this track, honestly. Could have made the album, could have made T-Pab.
10.
Next we have Untitled 04 with SZA.
They say the government mislead the youth.
Tell them when you went to the park and everybody came back and went,
And welfare don't mean well for you.
what about when you tried to do a sign for that? But you
They tell me that my bills past due.
talk about the church and
And preacher man don't always tell the truth.
but
Head is the answer.
Now this track is a bit of an interlude, but I still appreciate it. SZA vocalizes and tells you the government be lying sometimes. Kendrick is whispering and mumbling about doing work on the side, right after a line that says welfare doesn't mean well for you. After they sing, tell me that my bills past due, Kendrick whispers quietly and quickly talking about the charge you got. And then we got preacher man, don't always tell the truth. Do you believe in God? If you don't, it's cool. My guess is that this is about poverty and desperation, welfare, overdue bills, wanting to find gainful employment while also being a criminal, not trusting the government or at times even the church. Or they could just be like warming up, riffing, who knows. But apparently they may be settling on the fact that there's only one true answer.
Head is the answer. Head is the future. Don't second guess yourself.
don't tell them what to second guess yourself, but you never got.
Come on, give me some help. Hey. Hey. It's the answer. It's the answer. Do it for the future, girl.
Don't second guess yourself.
Only thing I got here is that they keep saying don't second guess yourself, which I feel like kind of encourages you to think about the double meaning of head in this sense. One is a short-term solution, and the other is about knowledge, education, a long-term solution. That's all I got. I think that's the best I can do.
Come on, give me some help.
I just wanna I just wanna straight up. I was with my head. Hey, how you do? Straight up.
Head is the future.
Yeah, don't really have a rating for this one. Don't feel like it's super necessary. Not too much to it. When Kendrick is talking, he's in like a hurried whisper and being cut off every time. SZA is just saying head is the answer and the future.
Yes!
I think it ties some tracks together really well on this project, but all in all, feels like a throwaway. Let me know your takes on the head track though. Here's Untitled 05.
Somebody said you bumped your head and bled the flow. Jumped into a pit of flames and burned to cold. Drowned inside the lake outside a wave flow. And that means the world to me. And that means the world to me. And that means the world to me. And that means the world to me.
So for about the first 2 minutes of this track, there's just a bunch of impeccable build-up. Just Soundwave and Terrace Martin putting on a clinic. We also have Anna Wise singing about just some truly horrendous activity over a very bright and beautiful barrage of sounds. It never really occurred to me that this track was about being incredibly depressed and feeling reckless and just throwing caution to the wind, but here we are.
Somebody say you bumped your head, led the flow, jumped into a pit of flames and burned to cold, drowned inside the lake outside the wave flow. And this I know.
I got 100 on my dash, got 200 in my trunk. Name in the grab bags, put my Bible in the trunk. Taco vodka on the top of my binocular, I'm drunk. How can I make them popular? Pop 'em when I want. See, I'm living with anxiety, ducking that sobriety. Fucking up the system, I ain't fucking with society. Justice ain't free, therefore justice ain't me. So I justify his name on the obituary.
Okay, so the production on this track is so explosive and grand, and Kendrick just comes out hot and just hollering. Driving 100 miles an hour with 200 bullets, off the taco vodka, feeling anxious, ducking sobriety, fucking up the system, and not fucking with society. Extremely heavy stuff. It would be wild to have a track like this alongside you on To Pimp a Butterfly. Like, this is a lot. Brother is really going through it. But it's also entirely possible that we're following the same character we have been since the first Untitled track, a man that knows the world is ending, someone who cares little for the life he has left, someone who wants peace but feels like they're being taken advantage of, someone who doesn't know which head to follow and which head is the answer.
His name on the obituary. Why you wanna see a good man with a broken heart? Once upon a time I used to go to church and talk to God. Now I'm thinking to myself, hollow dips is all I got. Now I'm drinking by myself at the intersection parked. Watch you when you walk inside your house. You threw your briefcase alone the couch. I plan on creeping through your fucking door and blowing out every piece of your brain till your son jumped in your arm. Cut on the engine and sped off in the rain. I'm gone.
So our man has a broken heart, feels disconnected from the church. He's drinking and driving and feeling violent. He pulls up at someone's crib, fully intending on using their living room as target practice, but then spares them when he sees them with their son. What grace. What grace. What mercy. Maybe this indicates that Kendrick, or maybe this character, is someone who has lots of rage and fear inside of them, but still has the humanity to not destroy someone else's family. Very intense. Can't believe that he performed this at the Grammys. But after another hook from Anna Wise, we get TDE's Vice President Punch on the assist in our next verse here.
Lit off Henny, I'm trying to dismantle these wicked ways I've engaged in such a gamble. Cause I can speak the truth and I know the world will unravel. Wait, that's a bit ambitious, maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I exist in a different dimension. Not to mention, when I close my eyes, I see the distance. It's such a scary sight, so I rarely go to sleep at night. I watch the sun rise, then I watch the sun fall. Study the Son of God and still don't recognize my flaws. I guess I'm lost. The cost of being successful is equal to being neglectful. I pray my experience helps you. As for me, I'm trying to sort it out. Searching for loopholes in my bruised soul, but who knows? I just need a little space to breathe. I know perception is key, so I am king.
A really impressive verse from Punch here, who I have never heard rap before. Putting himself in the spotlight as our troubled soul, not to mention when I close my eyes, I see the distance. It's such a scary sight, so I rarely go to sleep at night. That anxiety, that fear, that unknowing will definitely keep you up in the wee hours. Studied the Son of God and still don't recognize my flaws is in fact a bar as well. Searching for loopholes in my bruised soul is also a standout bar to me. Similar to the drunk and dangerous man finding a reason not to harm others, we're looking for hope in a dark place. Truly an incredible verse. And the track ends with the dynamic duo of Kendrick and J-Rock.
The other side is never mortified by mortal mind. The borderline between insanity is Father Time. I fall behind my skeleton, they tell me that I'm blind. I know that I'm intelligence, my confidence just died.
Carpe diem seize the day I can't compromise. A tapeworm couldn't cure this gluttonous appetite. A couple trinkets, they seeing me as I'm pacified, but couldn't fathom the meaning of seeing sacrifice.
I'm passing lives on the daily, maybe I'm losing faith. Cynicism and capitalism just made me hate. Correctionals in these private prisons gave me a date. Professional dream killers, reason why I'm awake.
And sleepwalking, I'm street stalking, I'm out of place. Reinforcing this heat barking, these are the breaks. Before I blink, do I see me before them pearly gates? Or this is just a mirage or a facade?
Wait.
This is an absolutely incredible song. Kendrick, Punch, J-Rock, all taking turns describing the plight of our protagonist. Anna Wise on the hook with Terrace Martin, and Soundwave on production. Just every human involved just put in a crazy shift. This last verse with Kendrick and J-Rock exchanging some of the most introspective bars from the album is just wild to me. I fall behind my skeleton. They tell me that I'm blind. I know I'm intelligent, but my confidence just died. Good Lord. What a fascinating way to describe going through the motions without really being mentally all there. Falling behind my skeleton. People say I'm blind. And then I'm intelligent, but my confidence died. It's just so sad. Then the juxtaposition of Carpe Diem, seize the day, I can't compromise. Like, we have these dueling mentalities of wanting to make the most of the day, but then Kendrick is saying he's losing faith in society because of cynicism and capitalism. It's filling him with a hatred you can feel coming from the first verse. The sleepwalking refers back to the falling behind my skeleton line and just kind of barely hanging on. The street stalking refers back to the drunk and dangerous man considering the homicide. And reinforcing the heat barking refers to the gun from earlier. And then these are the breaks refers to not only like, you know, the saying, these are the breaks, those are the breaks, like you're stuck with what you have, but also may refer to the end, like a break coming to a stop, the end of life. Before I blink, do I see me before them pearly gates, or is this just a mirage or a facade? Wait. Just incredible writing and chemistry between these two, and the imagery. What darkness and depth. The last word of the song being wait is such a dramatic cliffhanger as well. The song's just unbelievable. I've never really spent too much time digging into this track because of like the long intro and build up, but this may be the best track on the tape. Like, it's very heavy, but I think it's worth immersing yourself in if you're like mentally, emotionally prepared to do so. It's got to be a 10.
10.
Like, I mean, let me know how you feel about it. Am I doing too much? Am I glazing? Is the glazing crazy? Did you ever take the time to look into these lyrics? And like, why isn't this on the album? I can only assume it's because like it's such a heavy track and there are already such heavy tracks on To Pimp a Butterfly. What would you name this track also? by the way? I'm curious. I should have been asking that for the other tracks, but like, what would be a good name for this specific track? That's all I got for this episode. I'm just yammering and yapping, but I'm just really kind of shocked by like looking into these lyrics and thinking about the meanings of them. But yeah, please remember to
Like the video.
consider supporting the channel by becoming a member for as little as $1 or by joining the Patreon to hear these episodes first. Love you, mean it, spread the bread, and enjoy the outro.
Cracking my windshield, I'm pissed off. If you a hater, get lost.
Get lost.
Yeah, it's my show and I'm in charge. Don't eat lemon pepper wings, but I'm the big boss. Please cut me slack, man, need a discount. About to jump off the roof, that's a dismount. I'm just playing.
I'm okay.
Okay, but like, are you though?
Sorry for the pause, that's awkward. Start a podcast, cause I knew I was a talker. Yeah, my girl love me, but she's sick of my voice. And you know I'm pro-choice, so she do what she want. Why they hate when I get political? I'm a deep thinker, that's critical. Way too serious for a dude not getting paid. Man, I really need a shave. You know what sucks? Most of season 2 a day. Taking shots, but I skip out on the bar. Every single show, I swear I wanna raise the bar. Hope you listen close so you never miss the bar. Say the same thing, but I'm still going.